will continue the discussion that we had in the previous video about the map questions. For today's video, I would be specifically discussing about the topic of how to write an overview in map question. So this is an example of a map question, and speaking about writing an overview in this type of question, I would say that in an overview part, you need to write or you need to find 2 to 3 key changes or the most noticeable changes from the maps throughout the period. So find or write 2 to 3 key changes. Let's see some of the changes that occur from these two maps. If we pay attention quite closely, we can see one of the main changes that occur on this map is the number of residential area. You can notice that in 2000 there were 3 residential areas, but in 2009 there was only 1 residential area. So that could be one of the point or one of the feature or one of the changes that we can write for the overview part. Secondly, if you pay attention, we can also notice that the size of industrial complex in 2000, the industrial complex is this size, and in 2009 it was getting bigger, or it had been expanded. That could be another main change that we can cover for our overview. And last but not least, if you pay attention with the lake, you see in 2000 there was a lake in this area, but in 2009 the lake turned into a pond. It's getting smaller, it was getting smaller, and it turned into a pond. That could be another key change that we can write for our overview. So the example of our overview would be, for this question, would be overall or in general. We start with the number of residential area. The residential areas, decrease in number, or you can also write the number of residential area decrease. The residential area decrease in number. The industrial complex had been expanded. The residential area decreased in number, and the industrial complex had been expanded, while this is another point that we can cover for our overview. While the lake was getting smaller and turned into a pond. So that could be our overview for this question, for this map question. Overall, you can also add information like it is evident or it is clear. to add a little bit of a phrase, yeah, or sentence, or part of the sentence. It is evident that overall it's evident that the residential areas decrease in number, and the industrial complex, this one had been expanded, it was getting bigger, while the lake was getting smaller and turned into a pond. So this could be our overview for today's question. Yeah, remember the overview. Try to write or find 2 to 3 major changes from the maps that are provided in the question. So I guess that's very much all for our video, for our today's video, and see you in the next video.